Alright, we're playing some blue Kayn here. Blue Kayn into a bit of a rough comp. This is a blue only account. Some accounts I play blue only, some accounts I play red only just for funsies. But we're playing in Diamond MMR and I'm going to teach you guys some macro. And by the way, the reason why I think that build doesn't work is just because in China they play a lot more micro based as opposed to macro. Speaking of macro, I'm actually going to teach you how macro works right now. So macro is very important to understand. Macro and micro are two completely different things, and for those of you that don't understand the terminology between macro and micro, micro is all about your mechanics, you know, your skill shots, dodging skill shots, trading, all that jazz. Macro is all about your decision making, you know, where you path, your objective control, where you rotate on the map, how you move, how fast you move, timers in between. Macro is all about game sense. Micro is just about your mechanics. And a lot of people understand the micro of Kayn because it's not too complex, but the macro of Kayn is a little bit complex because he doesn't play out like most other junglers. So first things first, I see a Draven, Pantheon, Vigar, Hecarim, Volley, and because I've already understood in my brain what form I want to go, usually in Champ Select you want to figure out what form you want to go and then choose the appropriate rune setup. So this game, I'm actually going to be going blue Kayn, but more with the Bruisery build. So I'm running Conquer Sorcery. Most time when I play blue Kayn, I run First Strike Domination for the Snowball, get the Lethality Rush and all that jazz. But this game, I'm going to be going more of a Bruiser build, but I'm still going to path for bot lane, so I'm going to just full clear down. I find in any elo below Challenger, below Grandmaster, you kind of want to look to just full clear as Kayn. It's very important because it's just a consistent playstyle. And unless, obviously, you're against a champion that can invade you, but I'm up against a Hecarim, he's just going to full clear similar to I. Some champs that are like going to look to invade you, like a Kindred, Kha'Zix, and all that. I made some videos in the past about like what to do if you get invaded. So if you guys want to check those out, you know, feel free to go do that. But right now, we're going to be talking about what we're doing in this situation. So basically, the whole full clear. You want to play very reactive early game as Kayn, because early game, you're not very strong. You don't have a passive. Your passive is getting your form, getting the orbs, so you're a little bit weak. So playing a little bit more of a reactive play style. I'm sure a lot of people are now under the understanding of what a reactive and proactive jungle means with the whole Dantes Agurin thing going on. It's pretty funny to watch. Agurin's very well known for his reactive jungle playstyle because a lot of the champions he plays kind of just benefits really well. But just understanding how to kind of work both concepts into your kit, and I'll go over that as we go into this game. Right now, you can actually look for a bit of a proactive play, so stopping my clear and looking for a gank as opposed to just continue farming. But see, this is why it's important to eyeball it, because if I were to just run straight there and skip my camp, then I would have lost my camp, and I would have not been able to find anything, so. Because my bot lane died, I think... I know Hecarim path down, but I'm kind of looking at this play because it looks like they might try and look for a dive or something here. This is just me hovering, eyeballing the situation. So Hecarim should be over here because he had ATS when he showed him my ward over there on the Raptors. So with that being taken into consideration, then I understand where exactly he's going to be. Here he is. Pops out. It looks like he's going to go for the double scuttle. Bit of a tough start against a farm-heavy jungle like Hecarim because, you know, we're both just playing to farm and get big off that. So, oh, we could actually look for this counter though. Yeah, Hecarim's playing way too aggro here. If we get him into the wall, yeah, we... Flash to kill him. I like to stay ahead of the volley bear and just kind of path with him like that. Because I have the Conqueror and I had the reset, that's exactly what made me look for the aggressive play there. So, oh, we gotta shove this Raven back up here. I could actually walk up for my Poppy and wait for this to go out. See if we can get his flash maybe. I didn't get his flash, but it's all good. Got him low. A lot of orbs there as well. So look how many orbs we just got. 60% of my form right there. And, you know, with this build and with this playstyle, I could definitely say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go my red form. That's kind of the whole fun in going this build and runes and this playstyle. But I'm going to go blue form because this is an account where I only play blue Kayn, so I'm committed to the bid. You know, I have to. But I think a lot of you will actually enjoy what you see because a lot of people really, really enjoy this build, this playstyle. I call it purple Kayn. I have a lot of videos on purple Kayn, so if you guys want to check that out and kind of learn the whole concept of how that works, I got you. This video all about macro though. So we're pathing down right now. We're going to see kind of what is going on with this lane. If they're overextending themselves a lot. See, I'm pretty low, so I can't look much. At this point, I do want to make sure I'm pathing for the objective. So I'm pathing for this lane. This will be my strong side. You consistently path towards a lane, that's your strong side. The lane that you consistently path away from is your weak side. Now, I could actually swap out my strong side with my weak side and like just path for top lane, because wherever you find success is where you want to gank off. That's where you want to get. If you're finding a lot of ganks that are working out for you in the early game, you just want to farm, play reactive, and look for ganks in that strong side. But once you get your form, that is when you start playing more proactive as opposed to reactive. So right now, once again, I'm just kind of hovering the dive. They have a pretty dive-heavy comp here. But also maybe look to play this guy a little bit here, because this might make him get off here, or it might make his team move. See, that's fine because his team's all there, and I can kind of just go to the top side of the map right now. A lot of people always question like about your form. Well, ideally, you do always want to path for your form, and this is where the macro of Kayn is a lot different than other junglers, and where you might be finding yourself questioning what exactly is the right or wrong play. The right play is the best play for your team, believe it or not. Even though you play very, very selfish. Oh, that was close. I think I get form here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Poppy didn't move that entire time. That's wild. Alright, let's just shove in the wave. So if Oliver stays, we can just dive him. He just wastes his shield and everything. I get zoned off the entire wave. But look at how big of a wave that is. That's why it's important to shove that in like that. A lot of people, they don't understand this type of play though. Oh, hit the anti-air, never mind. They sent the whole squad. Okay, well, if they rotated their support, then this is where we can kind of look for space in between their bot lane. If their bot lane's laning 1v2. I gotta be careful, because if Pantheon just runs straight into my jungle, I could potentially lose my topside camp sacrum. Yeah, you have to understand as a jungler, you're gonna get 1v2'd a lot. The more aggressive you play, the more likely the support's gonna come to play on you. Because if they understand what is the threat of them losing, they're gonna try and like lapse on that threat. See, even in Diamond Elo, they don't understand like the proper play would be for Pantheon to go into my jungle and overexert himself. Then our counter would be Lux to try and collapse. But, oh no! No, that's the. When your bot lane's in a 1v2 and they lose the 1v2, that is one of the most tragic things that could happen. Oh, this game's gonna be tough, boys. Already, I'm just kind of thinking of a counter for this type of setup. I'm thinking maybe I have to go play the Stone Caps as opposed to Ionian Boots. We're going to go a bit of an interesting build. You know what's funny is that Hecarim has more CS than me, but I'm pretty sure I actually have more camps farm than him. He's securing the early objectives, which makes a lot of sense because his bot lane is just hard winning. So usually if they're securing bot side objectives, you should secure the top side objectives. But because they have a rotating support, it makes it a little bit more difficult, doesn't it? And Poppy's not very reactive because earlier, you know, we could have got the kill, could have got my form and been on a timer. He's playing very reactive as Hecarim. See, now Hecarim's actually not a reactive jungler, which is kind of funny that people play him like such. It's because he's good at farming, so anytime a champ's good at farming, a lot of people just kind of jump into the playstyle of like reactive jungling, kind of like a Graves or something. Graves, Hecarim, Kha'Zix. Believe it or not, most of the champions don't really play reactive, they play more proactive. Specifically Hecarim, because he has an engage with his ult, so. Food for thought if you guys ever question yourself on how to play those champions. Proactive or reactive. But right now we're just kind of hovering eyeballing top right now. Believe we will lose first tower bot if I don't make a play top here, so I have to like kind of force this play here. I have my smite to save, so I'm gonna look for this. He might try and counter it though, so I'm not sure. Might just be able to get a camp and get out. Yeah. Here we go. You kind of always just want to rationalize what exactly you can and can't get. So knowing that Hecarim's resetting and Pantheon already showed that he likes to rotate means that Going top here is very limited. I don't have a lot of time to go top, so we only have like X amount of time to look for said play. X would probably be around like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, depending on Pantheon ult, of course. You can see Volibear playing really aggressive out of nowhere. Means someone's hovering, so Hecarim should be around that general area. Pantheon ulted mid, so you can tell that that guy was hovering top and mid. Find anything either or though, so that's good. Probably gonna lose one more dragon here. Tower as well, because they have the hover top. It does make it a little bit hard to look for a top play. Just want to walk up for him so he could like do his thing. Nice, not bad. The third go bye-bye. Looks like I'm just gonna have to send a Selfish Rift mid. All good. This guy just unknowingly gave me my form. Sidestep that so I can send the Rift right now. Gonna bonk this for the plates. Ah, Rift almost killed him. Damn, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go for his red right now. Knowing that I'm giving up that bot side objective and just playing for the top side camps here, pretty much all I can do in this situation. And I believe we have X amount of time, which would be around like 10 to 15 seconds, starting on the Raptor. Raven's solo laning a lot, which means that we could potentially look for a collapse at some point, but you have to understand that there's always the potential of someone hovering without us having the proper vision of it. Okay. So the main thing to look at whenever you're playing like more of a passive reactive playstyle is that you're always making sure that you're keeping up in CS, keeping up in XP. That way when you get your form, no matter if you're behind or ahead, you're going to be like in the game, you know? Because a lot of times people will just like look to force, and then they're out of the game. When they get their form, it doesn't really matter. But every time I get my form, I'm in the game, so I have like potential to make plays. Looks like this guy's actually like looking to force in my jungle here. You can see, yeah, he can't even fight me first form. So imagine when I get my form, it'll be over for Horsey Boy. Oh, sweet. Yeah, this Draven overexerts himself a lot, so it's very likely he's going to throw. You have to understand that a lot of the times, the enemies will eventually throw, given enough time, so... Alright, nice. I got 2 for 1. See, now, if they're stacking armor, I like to get Cleaver, which they kind of are, you know, volley, be pretty armor heavy and whatnot. But if they're not stacking any armor, that's why I go Spear Shojin. Spear Shojin is actually a pretty viable option. Not a lot of people like to go it, but I definitely am an enjoyer of Spear Shojin myself. I only have like 30 seconds on to reset, so I'm just gonna like hover the map here and see what I can get done. Maybe we can collapse on this guy. He's kind of pathing really stupid right now. Pathing really stupid and playing really stupid. Yeah, I mean, I just, no reason. That's kind of funny. Alright. Look at my form now. Sure to tell them to back up. So right now, I could either look to contest the Rift and fight a 4v4. Actually, it's not a 4v4. Hecarim's bot. I was gonna say I could either look for the Rift player or I could look for the big bot, but I guess Hecarim's hovering bot, which is kind of weird because he's shadowing a side lane instead of just engaging mid, which would be the appropriate play. But sometimes people play weird, and like I said, usually people will make mistakes. So that's why playing like very reactive early on is important. But now they have my form, we can start playing proactive. So I'm gonna start looking for course. Don't have to use my ult there, just kill him without it. Yeah, that's what happens when they overexert themselves too hard. And now we need to make sure that we don't do it back. So this is like, you know, the difference in playing smart, playing stupid. We're gonna look to get this guy's whatever the hell he has. I know he had no ult, so easy kill. Now we can look for more. See Vigar right there. Want to come? We can just kill this guy. We have literally everyone to collapse here. Nice. Cool. So that's why I had my flash saved. That type of play. This guy's got no ulti. Now we kill him. Sweet. I can get the objective. And if we're quick enough, yeah, Lux should get the tower. I'll solo the objective. And if we're quick enough, we can actually get the dragon as well. I got a fast reset here, so I think we can. I think the thing is, when you're looking to fight the next objective, you have to think, okay, are my ults going to be up? So, what the hell? Help! Just send in the boys. I'm going to poke that guy before Draven comes. Yeah, we probably give the dragon, but we get some more kills here. That's fine. I think third Drake is kind of sus, but it'll be chill. They might actually overstay and die themselves here. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Okay, huge. Gotta make sure Hecarim isn't on the dragon right now. Okay, good, he's not. Gonna go for the deep dive there. This guy has no ulti, so I'm just gonna poke him forward. Sweet. Oh yeah, this game just completely turned 180. This is all about just understanding macro. Now we would just take his bot side camps, punish him as much as you can. Let my team crash that in. If you go for an early inhib, it is not that bad if you know what you're doing, and I'll try and explain that. So being able to force open the base like that is good for ending games early if you know how to end games early. And if your team's willing to listen to you ending games early. Basically, what an early inhib does for you, or what an inhib in general does for you, is it builds pressure. And with that pressure, what can you get from it? So let's say we get 2 towers. Was it worth to give them that early inhib worth of free gold and XP? Yes, it was. Or let's say you get Baron, same thing, it's worth it. So you just need to make sure that you're getting something and you're utilizing that power that you have. So now we're going to be pretty strong. We're going to get our cleaver. The cleaver is going to come, boys. Alrighty. Also look to catch Vigar as he looks to go up here, because once they show, that's when Vigar's going to move, so he should be like able to cut out right here. Yeah, he went the long way around. He's going to be... Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, he might be going down towards Poppy. Yeah, he is. What the hell? So he's going to move up towards the objective, but they're both opposite side of the objective. Okay, because the setup that we're in right now, see, it's already worth to get that early inhib. Having that free pressure applied. We can look to get top because no one's there, and look at this ginormous wave we're going to give a massive buff to. Oh. Reality.
Light offers no sanctuary.
He looks to catch this guy out here. Oh, it appears Volibear is giving up, boys. E to the G. Ah, they said everyone go bot and they them off bot. I never believe when people say like open this or open that. It's always just a bait. Always. I always like to get my full combo off and then get my ulti. So look, you can actually still one shot. Flash for flash, that's fine. Yeah, we got the Dust Blade.
My path cuts through the bodies of the unwilling.
Alright, would be smartest to look for a little bot tower play here. Get 2 towers bot. Yeah, at this point of the game, you kind of want to just rationalize who can play in the side lane and who can't. So technically, what we'd want to do, because we already have mid inhib open, we'd want to do a 4-1. So this means 4 in one lane, 1 in side lane. So you'd want to put the 4 in the lane that has the most towers. So we would all go bot, and then Poppy would go top. And see, the problem in solo queue is getting your team to like kind of work with you and communicate and like actually go through with that. So here, I'll try. And also, the main thing that we want to be bot is because the next objective is going to be bot side, so you always want to be playing on the objective side as opposed to away from the objective. A lot of people don't understand the macro of that, so hopefully listens. Oh, looks like they're willing to listen. That's cool. I probably killed the Vigar on my own here as well. Yeah. Now we could look for the Raven. See, that's the thing about Blue Kayn is you're just looking to pick people in between the spaces of like rotation. So when they're in between like, you know, all this open space and there's nothing to fall back to, that's when you want to look to like just send them, you know. Well, I'm not really certain that, yeah, that the game's actually over, so I'm just gonna keep pushing bot here, because it's never over till it's over from my experience. It's never over till it's over from my experience. Now the play would be if they would like defend this tower and we couldn't shove it because our Baron ran out. Try and look to get mid inhib and then rotate to the dragon. Like the dragons and Barons. But yeah, that's Kaboom. A lot of times you actually don't need to worry too much about macro because people just Kaboom. Yeah, see, this is not open. Crim's proxying the wave and then at the end just splitting top. People always say open, but deep down they always still try and win. Keep that in mind, boys. Never fall for the fake open. So a good punish whenever you're this ahead is just to take all the enemies' camps. Like whenever they're not in the jungle and they're like playing in the lanes, go and yoink all their camps. Because if they fall behind in golden XP, one, you're tilting the heck out of them, and two, I mean, you just keep them out of the game. That's kind of the main punish whenever you have winning lanes, but you can't really look to like crack open towers. You're kind of waiting between objective timer. Because then you're just looking for like picks, right? Yeah, getting the objective would be nice. See, that's technically what I would look to do because I know this game's going to end soon and I'm an assassin, even though I am playing kind of like a bruiser. Now, none of us really have engage, but we do have pick. So if we can catch people out, you know, a lot of times people overexert themselves. Like, look, Pantheon's overextended top, Vigar's overextended jungle, Crim's overextended my jungle, Raven's down here bot. So if you can look for a pick, then you can just force a 4v5, and then force 4v5 you just win, especially if you're ahead, so. A little food for thought. So right now we're going to look for this pick, especially with your flash being up as well. I don't even need to hit my W. And edge. Huh. And I would just chase him down. You usually want to always go for the second inhib. You never want to just end through mid, but it's like a, what am I call it? 2v3, and I usually can. We already had one tower as well, so GG. Well, boys, I hope you learned a thing or two about macaroni. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I'll always be making more videos of this type of stuff. I love talking about League. I love talking about game sense. Love using my brain. I'm a macro enjoyer. Let me finish inside Hecker before the game ends. And sweet, got the kill. And GG. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, YouTube.